This character was #1 for only 2 months, because guess what? Big Boy is coming to town this end of the month, is yet another technique character, and he literally puts Spirits Are Forever With You Toshiro to shame. Now, with that being said, please kindly play my
お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
So, yeah, I figure we may as well take a good look back on Spirits Are Forever With You, Toshiro, and just completely discuss the nature of the game. Now, look, let me say this. BBS is a gacha game. It is bound to happen when we get characters that get completely surpassed by the other within a good amount of months. Like, on average, it's around 6 months to even a year from now, and sometimes it can be natural that in just a couple of months, they get completely replaced. And this is not the first instance this has completely happened, because there are actual other cases in which it happened in a short period of time. The biggest example is between 5th Anniversary Ichigo and this Swimsuit Nemu right here. When Swimsuit Nemu came out, everyone was summoning for this character because she was the best power Aranka killer. She had the same kit as Candace, being a lunge on the SA1, 960 in front, and an SA3 full screen with Havoc and Berserker of 20%. To then completely lose her spot as the best Aranka killer for power when 5th Anniversary Ichigo came out, because this guy was doing everything that Nemu was doing, but much better with much higher DPS output, weakening, like, you name it, and even had Marauder, which was basically the introduction of guard break and nullifying resistances. So, yeah, an anniversary character, in this case, completely beat out a seasonal character. Another instance would pretty much be between Azashiro and Uryu. Now, Azashiro, upon coming out, okay, let's be honest, the kit was mid. However, for the time he came out in, he was literally the best speed Aranka killer that we had in the game. He was better than Basby, he was getting the 80% SP buff, he would pretty much be killing stuff in IT until they pretty much started to implement drain resistance in IT. This character got completely nerfed, and then for 7th Anniversary, which was basically, hold on, how many months? When did Azashiro come out again? I completely forgot, lads, I'm sorry. Okay, he came out as an end-of-the-month gacha for April, so yeah, Azashiro was literally the best speed Aranka killer for 3 months. And then 7th Anniversary Uryu came out, completely decimated Azashiro, and was literally the best speed character to use, not to mention overall best speed character, period. And guess what? The crazy thing about this Uryu is that, I want to say that he's on par with the likes of Tensa Zangetsu, because Tensa Zangetsu, he has the better kit than Uryu, and has a lot of DPS multipliers, such as Berserker 60, 100% damage to non-affected enemies, and on top of that, Pierce Iron Skin. But the thing is, Uryu has the gauge mechanic helping him out. He's got Frenzy +2 with overall 40% extra DPS output, plus the weakening and drain, increased status element chance, so it's like, it's on par between the two, that I can't even say that Uryu's better than Tensa, or Tensa being better than Uryu. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do a who is better video between Uryu and Tensa. I think it's very well needed. And then another particular case would pretty much be between Bruno and Kisuke. Now, Bruno was still the better nuker, easily, because this guy had weakening and bombardment. He would pretty much be able to sub 1 in both the respective Soul Reaper and Aranka GQs. Granted, it's not as crazy as like 7th Anniversary Ichigo, or even Christmas Noel or Kiora, but he was still able to get the job done just fine. However, Kisuke was just the better character to use for Inheritance Trials, because this guy, guess what, had double status elements, was the very first character to introduce the 80% SP buff, and was just overall out-damaging Bruno in that content alone. Completely ignoring the fact that he had that one goddamn bug upon release. We had the BS compensation, and that still got me mad, because I still did like 25 steps not pulling for either Shinji or Kisuke. That had me mad, triggered down to my freaking bone. So, yeah, the message that I want to try to say out is, sometimes you want to be careful when it comes to spending your orbs, especially for the whales that are trying to go for 5-5 on just about almost every single character. Like, don't get me wrong, this Toshiro, he's still top 2. He is still top 2. He has not fallen off so far to the point that he has been completely power crept by other units. Like, okay, the 5th anniversary Ichigo and Nemu discussion that I pretty much brought out, the massive difference in power creep was there. Between Toshiro and this new upcoming Quincy Ichigo, it is there, but it's not going to impact too much on Toshiro's performance because this guy, he can still clean out most of the stuff in Inheritance Trials. Just that the main difference is Toshiro is a seasonal character, so he's going to be harder to get, whereas Quincy Ichigo is going to be a premium character. So by the time he comes out, he's going to be out to summon. And the point I'm trying to bring up is to pretty much be careful because the best characters where they just completely power creep each other has to pretty much be the anniversary characters. To some extent, the limited characters, biggest example being 1000-Year Blower Yamamoto because he was cracked for no goddamn reason. And then the anniversary remakes because with the fact that they gave us the 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra and remade him and just made him into the 2nd best nuker right behind Yama, contender for best speed between him and Uryu. I'm sorry to say this, but that's just how I see K-Lab doing things. And even then, with Quincy Ichigo, they gave him the most broken stuff, but decided to balance his kit up and just give him the 18% shave on his SA1, which, by the way, guess what? That's not even gonna slow him down because the dude has just way too many multipliers between having freaking Berserker 40, Frenzy +2, 80% SP buff, full stamina damage boost of 20%, technique attribute character strong attack of 20%, and on top of that, the freaking disabler too? Like, it doesn't even matter what kind of strong attack they give to this Ichigo at this point because he still is going to be able to shred through just fine. He's guaranteed to inflict status ailment and kill with that SA1, and guess what? He's still backed up by the beam on the SA2 and the SA3 that is full screen, so like, it doesn't even matter by much. And if they gave him the cross-shaped SA, that would have been way worse than the 18% shave in this kind of case, because with the 18% shave, you're only hitting what's in front. With the cross shape, you're pretty much bound to easily miss. That being said, Quincy Ichigo, even though he's like by far the strongest technique character that we have in the game, there are just a good amount of flaws that the dude has that this Toshiro doesn't have. And that is the fact that this guy is completely immune to status elements, he has the gauge mechanic, and just has the better kit. So in terms of just being able to play with this character, you can pretty much get a better feel for when it comes to killing most mobs in the game. And like I said, he'll do just fine. It's just that right now, there's also the fact that Toshiro only has freeze on his entire kit. He needed double status elements, sadly. He needed that because right now, oh, guess what? In this Inheritance Trials, right? Oh, by the way, my Toshiro is 3-5, just so you guys know right now. So I will be able to clear out content just fine. In this Inheritance Trials, where we have Ningen mobs, guess what? They have freeze resistance, so you're not going to be able to inflict freeze, and for when it comes to clearing, you're just better off bringing the likes of the animate 1000-Year Blower Uryu, who has Pierce Iron Skin, and will just be able to get the job done a bit more consistently than Toshiro. But this character will still be able to do just fine as long as you have him built up and everything else. I'm just gonna do a quick run just for you guys and show you guys that this guy can still pretty much do just fine. So yeah, we can just show you guys him, and I do apologize for the audio issues, which is why I pretty much have music over this. So very annoying, but like as you guys can see, he's not getting screwed over by paralysis. But as you guys can see, because the enemies are immune to freeze, we're pretty much having a bit of a tougher time killing. However, thankfully, we're still doing okay. No killer at that, so it's alright. Just that you need to know how to play this game a bit more, how to transcend, etc, etc, etc. Keep in mind, all three of my links are literally 5'5", 500 SP, all that sort. Yo, what is up with the damn game audio? Thank God I have music covering this because it's so damn annoying. Matter of fact, hold on. There we go, I muted the audio because that was just getting really annoying. I don't know what the hell's going on with my PC today. But, yeah. Quincy Ichigo, he's definitely gonna do a lot better than Toshiro in this case because the dude's got status elements, double at that, and it's just not getting screwed over in any way, shape, or form because having double status elements means that if an element gets cucked, or one of the other status element is still gonna work and will still pretty much do just fine in Inheritance Trials. In Toshiro's case, it's not working out too much, but thankfully the gauge mechanic is helping him out, the higher multipliers is helping him out. I just need to keep myself at full stam, dodge every single instance of enemy mobs that decide to start attacking me, and I'll be able to do just fine. It's funny because at the end of the day, my Toshiro, who is 3-5, literally outperforms that of a 5-5 art book Ichigo. It's crazy to think about. Obviously, the Soul Bomb is not going to be the greatest because, yeah, I figure, and I died. Yay! I lost the gauge mechanic and I'm dead. That's fantastic. But, yeah. I just wanted to make this video talking about what I personally think. Come on, I can't die twice in a row, god damn it. But, yeah, whether you guys want to summon for Quincy Ichigo or not, you guys can. Just know that he's premium. This character is seasonal. Not seasonal, excuse me. This character is limited, so he's only going to be coming back whenever they decide to rerun Spirits Are Forever With You around wherever the freaking hell it's called. And, yeah, you can pull Quincy Ichigo from tickets, so, like, don't be, going in a rush to always get the best technique character, but at the same time, if you're trying to mainly go for characters that just completely do everything, like get the best speed unit every time, the best heart unit every time, the best power unit every time, sometimes it's better to keep an eye out for anniversary remakes as a whole, and just save for those characters. Heck, trust me, saving BBS tickets, sure, the odds of pulling those characters are pretty low, but it can happen. So yeah, that is all I want to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your bud, the Dash Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So take care, lads. Peace out.